an amazing introduction. I don't know what to do here now. I'm lost here. Okay, let's begin. I grew up in Chicago, and as you can see here, these are actual photos of my family. And a couple of them are murderers. No, really. It's the truth. But I grew up in this, but the head honcho of this whole story was my grandfather. My grandfather's pictured here, and he was a mafia guy. On the organogram of mafia, he was kind of below there. He basically had restaurants. His story were restaurants. You could see here my uncle, who was running one of those restaurants. Actually, it could have been me if I stayed in Chicago. But I decided not to stay with the family. I decided to go to school, just go out to Santa Fe, New Mexico is where I went to, and I studied, there I am, I graduated with a master's in psychology. Those are my two brothers, my mom and dad, and I have a third brother, but he was in jail at the time. So he's true story. So after that, while I was there, I met a German woman in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We had a child together in 1995, and we came to Germany, Aachen, to raise my daughter in 1999. That's how I got here. So what did I do when I moved to Germany? Didn't speak the language, but I became an English teacher. And what I realized very quickly was that the people at work were not happy. So I decided to give them happiness, or what is called positive psychology. Anybody ever hear positive psychology? It's on fire at the moment. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do better, learn more about it. So I found this institution, Erasmus University. They have the world's largest data bank of happiness studies. So I joined this institution, and my topic is American life satisfaction in Germany. Are Americans happy or not? I developed an app. This is the app. Americans download it, and basically they put in information, and with this I do my dissertation. Some of the science of happiness is from a woman named Sonia Luberminski, and she talks about happiness has three factors. 50% is genetic, 10% is circumstance, 40% is under your control. I'm going to talk about 9 things right now you can do to be happier when you leave this room. Traditions. Science on traditions. Children who grow up with their families eating dinner are 20% less likely to be drug and alcohol abusers in their teenage years. That's a fact. Okay? The Dutch have the happiest children in the world, by the way. Practicing spirituality and religion. Another one. What is it about this? We connect with a larger world. When we feel connected, we're more happy. People who are religious or spiritual are happier than people who are not. Forgiving. Forgive people who did you wrong. Not forgiving them is like having them rent space in your mind for free. They're in there for free. Okay? Another very important thing is avoiding envy. Okay? Envy. My neighbor has a Porsche, and I got to get that Porsche. It's okay to be a little jealous, but malicious envy against the person is totalish. It will kill you. Envy. Mindfulness. Be mindful. You're sitting in traffic on the highway, and you can't move. What do? Turn the radio on. Sing your favorite song. Look on the side of the highway. Look at the trees on the side of the highway. No, we're like this, going, oh, who's the asshole? What's going on up there? Okay, forget about it. Self-compassion. The next time you look in the mirror, don't tell yourself you love yourself. You cannot love your partner or your sister or your husband or anybody unless you have love for yourself. Simple as that. Tame the inner critic. When we were young, what we saw and heard from our parents is who we are when we're adults. What we saw and heard from our parents is what we do and say in our adulthood. And that voice is going ding, 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 ding. Tame it. Giving. We're happier giving than receiving. That's the science. Giving. So, a couple of years ago, I was in Edeka here in Aachen, and there was a woman in line complaining about the 3 people in front of her. Yeah, when are they going to open another casa? When are they going to open another? And I said, lady, relax. Turn around. Instead of looking here, turn around and look what you could buy. You've got 80,000 cheeses over there. You got meat, fish, everything you can buy, but you're complaining about what you don't have. Turn around. Wow. Being grateful for what we have. Every night before I go to sleep, my girlfriend and I lay in bed and we talk about 3 to 5 things we're grateful for. What happened on that day. They don't have to be big. And she's always grateful for my coffee in the morning, because I make the best coffee. I want to thank you very much. A bit quick. I want to thank Barbara. Thank you for me being here. Yeah? And remember, happiness is a choice. Yours. Bye.